Chris Redfield, Jill Valentine, Barry Burton, Rebecca Chambers, Albert Wesker, Resident Evil.
Well, we are in a mansion.
Yay!
And that did bring up a good question. What are zombies really than corporeal ghosts or some random quote like that?
Corporeal ghosts.
Yeah.
What is a zombie? Smash.
A miserable pile of dead flesh.
But enough talk. How about you? Ah, yes. Moonlight Nocturne.
Nocturne. Moonlit Sonata.
Oh, Sonata. Sorry.
Snot.
It's not a problem.
Now that I solved that, I can get the
You
other
unlocked
and
a
do the
very
switch.
strange secret. Sorry, I was trying to do a jingle tone that didn't really work, I guess.
I think I'll stick with "You Got a Thing." Thank you very much.
You got a thing.
Or better yet, a dramatic tone. It's a regular ruby. It's a regular ruby.
Yes. NCS's rupee scream.
I remember that. And then some
Oh,
clown made a
and I
video
still
of him just
need an extra room. Darn it.
breaking the world in half.
Yes. Speaking of which, the runaway guy's reacting to suddenly Rickroll. It's NCS's rupee scream, Chugga Conroy's Pikmin freak out, and then what was Proton John's?
The game.
Oh yeah, the game. Only John would only be upset at the game. He wouldn't care about anything else. It just goes to show you that Proton John knows what is trolling him.
I think another good thing would be his. I'm trying to think. Kaiser World Star World 2.
Ah, yes. The, well, you mean Star World 4 or Star World
2?
2, yeah, it's Star World 2. With the, enough of that sound!
Yeah.
Well, there are so many quotables from him in that.
Enough of that sound. Why are you doing this to me?
Move faster, Pokey, which is, yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. We've all heard Chugga say it enough, and we've heard it enough from other stuff that has quoted Proton John, so, yeah. Oh yeah, and of course the Bill Cosby is angry. And then he suddenly goes to, Stimpy, I need spackle. And actually, I believe that was an actual quote from the show. Oddly enough.
I think so. Yeah.
So, I'm not even sure if it was like incorrect of it, but it definitely wasn't an actual saying that happened in the show. I don't know why Ren would say that, but I mean, Ren and Stimpy have had weirder jobs. certainly needing spackle is not the weirdest thing to ever hear the
Not
Hats need. I mean, you use spackle to repair walls. Or superficial cracks in walls.
Mm-hmm.
You don't actually repair a wall with spackle. That would be just ridiculously silly and dumb.
I guess we could say that's the modern day equivalent of using a typewriter. I really have no idea what I'm talking about, folks.
Well,
So
using
many
a typewriter
deaths.
to solve your...
So many
Right, problem.
deaths and so many saves. That really does. That really does something
At this
to a
point, we
person.
don't give a crap. That's why we're on easy mode.
Exactly.
Cruise control, easy mode!
Easy
Yay.
mode, though. Only kids play on easy mode, though.
Oh, God,
Yes,
help
Towie,
me.
we know. Now shut up before we give you and Racing a spanking.
Tay, quit that and... Give me your hair! No, bad rabbit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Towie, behave or no tricks for you. I wonder if someone's made that joke yet.
I'm wondering if someone has, and then there's been but tricks are for kids.
And Towie, of all the characters in the cast, definitely cannot be called a kid.
Yeah. That
She's the white-haired Inaba. Her tail stretches back from the BC era. She's the only character that probably is older than Yukari.
yeah.
Her daring to call herself a kid is laughable.
Yeah. Heck, as I think it's said, she calls Racing a kid more often.
Yeah, Racin's probably double digits at most.
Yeah. And at best, she's only close to triple digits. Which may not even be possible.
Yeah, we don't know the lifespan of moon bunnies.
Yep.
Another key.
Time to look at the key.
No.
Although Racin's been with Eren since most of the time that they've been living in the bamboo forest, so it's not. I'd actually need to check the
Age.
wiki.
Yeah, she might be way older than we really think. Actually, she might be old enough to be not. I wouldn't say like half comparable to Toei, but close. Then again, with the way Tay is, it's kind of like, yeah.
Okay, the wiki says it's not clear how old she is, but she's at least 40.
At least 40. Okay, that solves it right there. At least 40. At least there's a baseline to go from.
Only definite answer we can give is 40 question mark.
Yes. Then you have to think afterwards, but would you really want to ask her that question?
Because yes, Racing is probably the most mentally stable character in the entire series, but she's also the one that can do the most damage to your brain.
Yeah, and I think that's a good thing that she's the most stable character. Because if she ever went insane, there goes everyone's minds in Gensokyo. Even though they already were kind of gone to begin with.
Yeah, I mean, Marissa is considered to be legit insane due to using all of those mushrooms in her alchemy.
And repeated bashings to the skull, aside from that.
Wait, what?
Well, think of it. How else would you learn to fly? On a broom.
Good point.
Seriously, you have to fall for a few times before you can actually fly.
Although it's unclear whether she needs to broom to fly or whether she just likes to use the broom as part of the whole witch motif.
I think it's implied that, yes, she can fly on her own, but she prefers to have the broom because, for one, it's part of the witch motif, and two, if she didn't have the broom, well, I'll put it this way. If you look at how she uses the Hakuro for a speed boost, where would she be able to put that? Where would she have to put that Hakuro?
Yeah.
All I can think of is, even Marissa realizes that there's some indecency with that use of the Hakura. And I thank her for the fact that she understands that there's some indecency there. It at least gives her a little bit more of a, I kind of like actually kind of having some sort of sense of decency.
And not pissing everybody off, because Marissa, unlike Reimu, gets paid for her work.
Yes. Oh, and she gets paid very well for her work, too. That's the other thing. Marissa gets good payment from her stuff. Reimu is just a shrine maiden. She lives off of her donations.
Has this dislike of everyone. She literally treats everyone the same.
Yeah.
And that's kind of her thing. Zun called her lonely at heart.
Yeah. Which, if you really do look at Reimu, she is very much a character who is severely lonely at heart. I mean, heck, she even invites the attentions from Yukari. So, if you think of it that way, which with Yukari being a huge fan of being a troll to Reimu.
And it's canonical that she flirts with Reimu.
Exactly, and Reimu doesn't say yay or nay against it, but she does still enjoy just the attention itself. Again, pointing to Reimu having a lonely heart. Speaking of that, I also, one of my favorite fanisms is Suwako being 3 times more intelligent than she always tries to appeal herself as.
Well, that's pretty much just assumed to be general canon anyway, because she basically had control of the local curse gods back when she was ruling the Gensokyo portion of Japan.
I'm guessing back when she could have been called Mishakoji-sama.
Basically, yes.
Which, yes, that means frog goddess. Which, to be honest, I'm actually rather surprised that she kind of allowed the take of, oh yeah, I'm just kind of a petty little...
Cuddly little lolly.
Yeah, cuddly little lolly. I'm betting she even has a secondary form, too. And no one's ever seen it.
Many people speculate that that not only does she have an adult form, but also a sort of god form, which is this gigantic black eldritch toad thing.
Oh, great. Just what we need. The elder gods of... Well, Well, let's just hope that Cthulhu isn't involved in this. Because I'm not sure if I would want to see the great old ones appear in Touhou.
Well, the sad thing is, when you're dealing with a few people in the Walthus Club, you do end up seeing Cthulhu occasionally. But 2 things. 1, he's wearing a human disguise. 2, it's the mellowed out Cthulhu from Cthulhu versus the World.
Oh, okay, good. So it's the one. So it's the one who actually does enjoy being around people.
To an extent.
Well, to the extent any elder god can enjoy being around people. I mean, as I remember, most of the elder gods despise people because of the fact that they don't realize what they are.
Well, it's not that they don't. It's not that they hate them. It's just that they're so big that they really just see humans as ants.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you're that big, you see everything as ants. I mean, literally, when you can hug the planet, and literally hug the planet, yeah, I'm not surprised that you can see people as ants. I mean, Galactus saw us as ants. did I just wind up comparing Cthulhu with Galactus?
Yeah, you did.
You kind of.
Is that disturbing or good? I'm not sure which.
Galactus is literally true neutral unless you piss him off.
And of course, Earth wound up pissing him off once. So, naturally, he's an enemy of Earth.
Well,
Specifically that one time.
Reed Richards pissed Galactus off by
Yes.
threatening with the ultimate nullifier.
Yes, that is true. And that, I have to admit, was a bad decision on Reed Richards' part. He really didn't need to do that.
Well, it technically was either that or let Galactus gobble up Earth, so...
Okay, yeah, fair point. Oh yeah, let's
Still,
bug collection
Big
again.
G was not amused by that.
Well, yeah, of
And
course.
that said, though, one time he did come back and he was sick because he'd been poisoned. I don't know the context, but basically, even weakened, he was still wiping the floor with the Fantastic Four and the Avengers. I got this clip of my favorites that starts with him basically just blowing forward through a building. And you know what it takes to actually knock Galactus out? Ghost Rider.
Of course!
Oh, wait a minute.
Only him!
Wait, I think I've seen that clip before, actually.
Bennett Stare.
That's really all Ghost Rider has to do if someone's that badly weakened. I mean, nothing on Galactus's badassery, but I mean, even weakened, he can definitely.
Yeah, it takes the spirit of vengeance to knock him down.
Yeah.
Of course, he did that by hammering Galactus with the guilt of murdering a billion souls.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's the best thing too. All he did was just go, okay, here's your guilt, have it. Boom.
And he knocked Galactus on his butt.
Boom. Ow. What did I just feel in my head?
Yeah, Nicolas Cage knocked Galactus the hell out.
Yeah. That's a great one too. Nick Cage, the guy who's afraid of bees. No, not the bees! Not the bees!
A bee?
A bee? Fish? Fish!
That's a lot of fish.
Better get some more toilet paper. Where he, and I even saw the video where NCS originated that quote. Conker's Bad Fur Day. The great
Mighty Pooh.
The Great Mighty Pooh, yes. I was going to say the Great Almighty Pooh, but then I was like, wait, no, it's not Almighty, it's Mighty, or something, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. And I do have to admit, NCS's reaction to the Great Mighty Pooh doing opera while attacking you has to be one of the few reactions that even I had when I first saw that.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like, what? Is he seriously okay? But it's singing poo. As childish as it is, it's really silly. I mean, a lot of Conker's Bad Fur Day, even though it's like rated adults only for the game.
Mm-hmm. But that's the thing with Conker's Bad Fur Day. You play Diddy Kong Racing, where I believe that was where Conker was first introduced.
To the 64 console.
Yeah, and he was.
You think he was just so cutesy, made for kids, and that's how the game tricks you.
Yeah. Well,
It's got the look that it's a kid's game, when it actually is far beyond a kid's game.
yeah, and actually, better yet, all the Conker's games before Bad Fur Day were actually little kiddie games. They were actually just little kiddie things, They were all Game Boy games, though. All of the all of the Conker's games were kiddie games. They were little basic Game Boy, quick little side-scrolling top-down view games. And they were puzzle games on top of that, too. And they were also fetch quest puzzle games. So it was like kind of complicated stuff that you had to do. But it was a kid's game. And then you go to Conker's Bad Fur Day. Tossed away all the puzzles. Replaced it with, well, you've seen that stuff. Mm-hmm. we don't need to say what it was replaced with. We just know that it's not normal Conker. Mm-hmm. That was the other thing that I found interesting about Rare at that point. They started to actually unkidify most of their kiddie characters.
I wouldn't be surprised if they revamped the Battletoads series and made it
That's
look
not going to
like it was
happen
more.
while they're under the control of Microsoft.
Yeah.
Microsoft bought Rare with the express purpose of destroying it and just turning it into a shovelware platform.
Yeah, which they
Yeah.
have successfully done. Already.
But I'm just saying, if they did do that, I'd imagine that's what it would be like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Although-
basically all properties of Rare, Banjo, Conker, Battletoads, they're all screwed.
Yeah. And sadly enough, why do I actually want to see Battletoads mass-produced? Is it because I know that the mass-produced Battletoads would be worse than the arcade version that
I
we've
don't
seen?
know.
Or is it because I know that it wouldn't be worse, it would be easier, but it would also be instantly more replayable because of that?
Not sure. And actually, interesting thought that I thought I should bring up. Speaking of rebooting games, I actually visit Cinemassacre.com. There's someone that's actually planning to remake Cheetahman 2 for the NES, but actually playable. And considering their goal was 65,000, 2 days when they started, it's already at 16,000. My guess is that someone really wants to play that version.
Yeah. Kickstarter's okay, yeah. But yeah, I'm not gonna do anything on supporting a Cheetahman 2. Heck no.
And you know what's a sad thing? There actually was one game I saw on Kickstarter I actually want a remake of. Have any of you guys remembered hearing of or played the game Battle Chess?
Yes, I remember that.
Such a very good game.
Hi, you pick a chess piece and then you battle with someone else.
I mean, basically, you could think of any other chess game you could think of that had pieces fighting against each other. And I'm even going to include Harry Potter's Wizard's Chess into this.
Ah, yes.
But this
Wizard's
is
chess
not
actually
like
really funny.
this is not like chess pieces that suddenly
Come to life.
just
and attack.
come to life and attack. This is like pieces take the form of what their character is supposed to be and actually duke it out.
Yeah, you can have a Pegasus face a dragon.
That, as far as I'm concerned, never happened in Battle Chess. But then again, I never played Battle Chess 4000 or 2 Chinese chess,
I was
so...
about to say, 4000 is the one that I played a little bit of.
Ah, that could be why.
4000 had themed chess maps.
Mm-hmm.
One of which was a fantasy map. And that included things like Pegasi, unicorns, dragons, what have you. All mythical creatures, including Chimera.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they went all out for all the pieces, but really it all kind of came down to what was the original piece style, and then you play like that.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't really at all that crazy and inventive, and when you switched between maps, it kind of was samey. But it was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe Deceased Crab did a play of Battle Chess 4000.
No, he played, I think, Archon.
I think that's what you're
Archon.
thinking of.
Oh. Yeah. Well, then either way, that was another idea of Battle Chess.
Mm-hmm.
And actually another similar creation of Battle Chess,
Mm-hmm.
to be honest. It was technically a clone, I guess you could say, of Battle Chess, but it was already perfect earlier.
No, not really.
Okay. Whatever you say, sir.
I know that one is perfectly fine.
Area cleared, sir.
Press a switch? I think I have to.
Area cleared, sir. You caught that one, huh, GM? It's one of Ogre's favorite
I
things
wonder.
with the Let's Play stuff.
You know,
What?
maybe it's just me, but does that sun look a bit angry to you?
Yeah, it does. That's a Mario reference in a...
Capcom? I really have no idea what I'm talking about. Don't pay too much attention to me. Too much failure on the brain.
I've actually seen a shirt where it says, "The sun is trying to kill me."
Yeah,
And it's
I've seen that.
Yeah. After you said, "Is that the angry sun?" I thought, great. I thought of that shirt. Great. Better yet, there's a pony joke with that too, where they have Luna playing Super Mario Brothers 3, I believe it is, for that. And of course she's playing through, and then Celestia comes by and does the angry sun troll through and kill Luna on a very particular jump.
Hey, this is a good thing for an Oku spell card. 10 angry suns.
Yes, that'd be perfect.
But yeah, as I was saying, getting back to the battle chess thing,
Yep.
a game I really wanted them to remake.
Didn't they make Battle
They
Chess
didn't-
64?
I didn't see a battle chess 64.
I know that there was a Battle Chess 64 that was made. Though I think it was really craptacularly made, but I don't know.
Yeah, I remember playing Battle Chess on the NES. You know
Yeah.
a really good, underappreciated NES game? Base Wars.
Oh God, I hate baseball, but that's the one game I will tolerate.
Base
I
Wars.
love Base Wars. I've actually got the cartridge.
What was
Nice.
Base Wars again?
I bought the
Basically,
NES cartridge for Base
futuristic
Wars
world,
back when
replace
GameStop was
human
still
players
Funko.
with robots.
Oh.
And actually, I think what really makes Base Wars is when a player is about to reach a base and the defending team's about to tag someone out, you enter combat mode. Where it's possible that even though you're getting tagged to be out, you could still screw with their systems and make them toss it the other way to easily get the safe run.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's actually good. That's awesome. Oh, and now that you mentioned that, the one game that I absolutely love, and I'm not sure if anyone has ever tried a remake of the thing, because I don't remember who made the game, but it's called Air Fortress, and it was on the NES. And the game was centered around you as some sort of like nameless spaceman going in to defeat these air fortresses that were being sent to Earth to annihilate the planet. And they were these floating, literally ice cream cone shaped fortresses with biomes inside them that were designed to basically create beings to destroy the human race with.
Yeah.
Well, what you're doing as a spaceman is to go in and blow up each of the air fortresses from the inside out. And your whole job is to infiltrate from the biome level, which is done via a side-scrolling shooter, aka Gradius/R-type style. More specifically, Gradius style because it only takes one hit. Well, it doesn't take one hit to kill you, but you get the idea. You're easily killable.
Now, what game are you talking about?
Air Fortress
Oh.
for the NES. It had this big story behind it, but the graphics were like really obviously low because NES. But the gameplay idea was great. You went along in the biome area and collected power-ups and abilities that you would be able to use later on in the ground sections inside the fortress, where you would go in and blow up the nuclear core that would be supporting the entire fortress. Or was it like some sort of weird biological core? I don't know. But it was weird, and it was colored red, and you blew it up with bombs. Speaking of which, they actually had physics in the game. There were space physics in the game when you were in the ground mode. It was actually really neat. You go up much faster than you fall. Shooting a bomb launches you backwards, as does shooting a normal shot. But you can also use that as an advantage as well. And you can literally fly around in free space using that.
Interesting.
The only problem is the game was made in 2D rather than 3D.